So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Mercury in the fifth house as your Atmakaraka, as in what happens when Mercury, the planet, the Graha, controls the highest degree in your chart and becomes your Atmakaraka. The one that represents the soul's lessons that have to be accomplished in this life. Right? All of us have Atmakaraka. So it's the planet closest to the 30th degree point. That becomes the Atmakaraka. So remember, in this particular thing, we don't include Rahu, Ketu, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Okay? We only, oh my God. I just took a shower, so it's like there's steam on my glasses. Anyway. So we don't include these other planets. If you follow them, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, both people I've seen make great predictions with it. I don't know. I'm not Parashara, so I can't tell you, well, no, this is it, 7 Karakas, And as always, if you do not know if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, check out the links here, astrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and a link to my academy, Magha, Vedic Astrology Academy, where I uploaded the December horoscope, and also there I will also do the 2025 horoscope. I'm finally putting in a lot of things in that particular, it's not a course, it's just like a subscription lesson where I can kind of speak freely about a lot of things versus online. Although, definitely subscribe to my X account and Instagram. Okay. But anyway, so remember, this is not like Mercury in the fifth house. Because Mercury in the fifth house, I can go for the next half an hour. See, Atmakaraka becomes different. Here, the Atmakaraka has been given to you because the soul has to learn lessons. Atma is the sun. But Atmakaraka kind of represents the lesson of that soul that you must learn. And so what is Mercury? Mercury is communication, documents, paperwork, education. Okay, communication, sales, marketing. Mercury will represent, you like young children, adolescent children. Mercury is the skill that you are going to learn in this life. See, Mercury is not the skill that you're bringing from past life. That's actually Ketu. Ketu represents the actual skill you have. Mercury, represents what you develop, right? Like, for example, let's say from past life, I'm bringing my skill of astrology in this life. But in this life, I develop my skill of, let's say, photography, which I love doing, my street photography. I'm sure if you're on my Instagram or X, you will see my street photography. I'm just in love with it. It's kind of like filmmaking. Just very quickly, you get very quick results. So that's what Mercury is. And then fifth house is quite similar to what I just said, but fifth house represents more of your intelligence, children, mantras, okay? Represents the area of speculations. I mean, it represents so many things, But what is the lesson here for the Atmakaraka? You will have to work on your children's communication. Okay, that is going to be your soul's lesson, number one. Number two, you will also have the hard time attaining your education or completing your education not because you're not intelligent. You could be super intelligent. It's just that the circumstances will happen where there will be some breaks. Okay? And those breaks will definitely come if Ketu becomes connected with the Mercury. Okay? That then definitely is going to happen. But what happens is a person with Mercury in the fifth as the Atmakaraka can get diverted through friends, romance. Because fifth house is romance. Okay? Fifth house is anything that you love, whether it's your friendships, whether it's your significant other, your college girlfriend and boyfriend. Okay? Anybody you just like to hang out to have fun with. That's what romance is, right? That you want to go to the movies, you want to hang out, you know, um, at a sports arena or like a, video game place. Whatever it is, you're wanting to experience that romance of life. So these things become the distraction, and the Atma has to understand, because remember, fifth house is children, right? The soul is very young. The soul, not very young, soul becomes childlike. It becomes curious about fun, entertainment, and kind of can get engrossed in it. Why it's going to get engrossed in it? Because that's the challenge, right? It's not like you're given a mission to just do this as Atmakaraka and that's it. There's nothing there. No, it's a lesson to learn, but with that lesson comes that challenge, that test. To take that test and pass, that okay, now I passed. Okay. But especially such a person, you will see they will have to really give their full attention to children in their education, communication, speech. Sometimes you can have children who can have a very rude way of communicating in a very young age. They can start using curse words at a very young age. Or children especially can get manipulated in a very young age and get influenced by bad company. So your job is going to be dealing with those things and bringing them out of those things. And Mercury in the fifth house, see, fifth house is a house of mantras, but Mercury just doesn't want to say any mantras. You got to understand, Mercury is reasoning. Okay, and so here a person needs a reason, logic, proof before they dive into anything. Like, even if this person feels like, it's my past life, I know it's something connected with my past life which is making me do this mantras. That's my logic. I wouldn't do this mantra if I didn't feel the fact that it was from past life. Where somebody else, you say, listen, do this mantra, it's going to give you peace of mind. Really? Okay, I'll do it. If you tell the same Mercurian person, do this mantra, is going to give you peace of mind. Why is it going to give me peace of mind? Because this mantra, okay, what are mantras? Okay, what are those words? Why can't I just speak and talk and get the same vibration? Who wrote this? But how did they know that this was? So it's going to have this, it needs reasoning. And this is why Mercury is a child. Because in front of Jupiter will just be... If Jupiter goes to their guru and guru gives a mantra, they're like, I'm the luckiest person alive in this universe. You gave me this mantra. That's Jupiterian intelligence. Mercurian is guru gives the mantra and they begin to debate. What is, not even debate, just questions after questions. And that is also becomes a challenge for this person, that sometimes they don't really get the true essence of knowledge until after maybe like 32. When Mercury matures, the lessons kind of like get settled or more balanced. Okay, like for example, from 25th year onwards, if Sun is the Atmakaraka, the person begins to become more humble because they start seeing those lessons in life of getting the ego hurt. So I would probably say between 32 and 36, is when this Mercury truly settles. And fifth house being the Atmakaraka of communication, right? And fifth house is intelligence. Such a person gets influenced, and sometimes most definitely wrongly, and then they have to learn their lesson. Like they get influenced by a lot of media. They get influenced by newspapers. Wow, I am old. Or get influenced by, I was going to say magazine, but let's just say online tabloids, online articles, some influencer. and their intelligence will be tested. That really, you want to follow this person? You believe what they're saying? All right, believe. Here comes the lesson. So they believe that and they try to follow it and they fall flat. Like such a person listening to some TikToker regarding financial advice and crypto advice, and they lose all their money because they just bet on some meme coin. Okay, so this is how these lessons come about with this Mercury. But that's the thing. Mercury in the fifth house may not necessarily go through this, but Mercury as the Atmakaraka has to go through this. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Mercury in the fifth house as your Atmakaraka. Remember, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these topic videos. And if you want to know where your Mercury is placed along with all your astrological details, check out the links here, astrology.com. Otherwise, we'll see you over the weekend, hopefully with the 8th Lord through houses. All right, bye-bye.